Welcome back to Come On Ref Academy. I'm Sarge. Hey, listen, today's episode is very unique. Many times in a game, when we're moving up the court, we don't even think about when we hand the ball or bounce the ball. For some of us that go by the book, we are constantly reminding ourselves how to do it. So, if you're the kind of person who goes by the book, watch the video, maybe share it or not, whatever. But for those who maybe don't understand what we're supposed to do in the context of when we are supposed to bounce the ball or when we're supposed to hand the ball, this video is for you. So sit down, open your book, get a piece of paper so that you will be ready when the time comes, so that when you hand the ball, it'll be the right time, or when you bounce the ball, it'll be the right time. So, just clarification. Over the 28 years, I've only been brought to attention of this one time, and that was in 1996, and never since. But here's the deal. I see this done wrong all the time. So, let's just grind through it, and hopefully it'll help you. All right, let's go. All right, let's do some due diligence and look at our NFHS mechanics book. It's very important that we mirror what we're doing in correlation with our book, okay? And let me be honest with y'all. 28 years, I've only heard this situation being brought up to me once, and that was year one. I've never in a crew environment, an evaluation process, ever heard this, even though I've seen some of this mechanic done wrong and myself doing it wrong. So this is something that you got to take pride in and discipline, because it might not come up, but if it does, you will get it right. So here we go. Bouncing is okay. Ball moving from backcourt to front court. Sidelines, bouncing okay. Front court, we are going to hand the ball, no bounce, to the offense and make sure that we step back in appropriate manner so that we give them distance for the play. All right, so let's look at this. The official administrating the throw-in has two ways of giving the ball to the thrower: handing or bouncing the ball. Which method depends upon where the throw-in takes place, as seen in the graph above. All throw-ins on the front court inline are to be administered by handing the ball to the thrower. Here's a little caveat. The trail should bounce the ball to the thrower in the backcourt unless there is defensive pressure, in which the trail should hand the ball to the thrower. That's very important. There's some clips that have this particular scenario. All right, let's look further on here. And we've seen this, all of us, one time or another, where the ball, the player's on the other side, and we see a ref, throw it across or bounce it across. Well, here's the answer to that. If administrating official is on the opposite side of the lane of the inbound spot, the administrating official should move across the lane and refrain from bouncing the ball across the lane. Okay, so that's really, really important to note. The rest of that stuff is all about moving into positions and understanding that we need to make those movements and not be lazy. All right, so designated spots for front court. Okay, so this is sort of new in the process, so let's read it. If there's a designated spot front court throw-in caused by a foul, a violation, or a stoppage, i.e. inverted whistle or a timeout, the throw-in spot will be the nearest of the four designated spots shown in the graph here. Either the 28-foot line along either side line, or the 3-foot spot outside lane along the end line. All right, so now that we have a grasp on how we can do it and do it right, and we can put this in our toolbox, let's look at some videos and take into account that what it looks like when it looks, done right, and then other ones that maybe the official's working on some things and needs to put it into their toolbox or watch this video. So let's get right to it. All right, here's the first clip. Ball's being taken out on the sideline. Official steps back, throws it in. This is the correct way. So we're going to be going through this pretty quick. Execution according to the book. Inline, no pressure. Ball's coming up. This is correct. Now, this is the inline on offense, front court. Ball's handed to, steps back, and this is correct. Another one on the inline, offense, front court. Steps back, gives some distance. This is correct. Bounce the ball, coming up, no pressure. Nothing else, she's stepping away from the player to give some distance. Now this one, let's take a look at this one. This is the nuance portion, okay? This official is aware of the competitive matchups that are in the backcourt, okay? So what she's going to do, in accordance to our mechanics, floor mechanics, she is going to hand the ball to the player. This is correct. She evaluates the floor, handing to the player. Pressure goes off, the ball comes up. All right, this right here is incorrect, okay? Was hand the ball to the player. Just take some time, hand the ball to the player, just as the mechanics and the rules state. It's not that difficult to get it right and make that part of our discipline. So this is the sideline. So this is a hand to. We want to bounce the ball on the sideline. This is incorrect. This is also incorrect on the inline. We want to make sure we're handing the ball to the inline. Again, front court. Let's hand the ball to the player. Now, this is a state game. So, inline, handing the ball, this is absolutely 100% correct. Okay, so now let's look at this one, because remind you that when we are in a situation like this, we do have pressure here, okay? But if we're going by the book, we are in the front court. So, and we're on the sideline, okay? So we are going to hand the ball to the player. Now, this could be possibly because of this situation here that the ball is handed to. So, rules, judgment. But technically speaking, we want to bounce the ball. All right, moving on. Again, a good stepping back. Just bounce the ball. Again, let's bounce the ball on the sideline. No pressure. All right, I want to take a look at this one because this happens to be one of my mentors. Okay, so there's pressure here and there's pressure back. I zoomed in a little bit. So he's going to take out the ball and he's going to hand the ball to the player. Now, it looks like from here that he's underneath the basket. He's not. Okay, so again, let's look at this one more time. All right. So this is how you do it. Pressure, handing the ball. We're not going to bounce it. Excellent. Let's bounce the ball. You're in the backcourt, but we're still going to bounce the ball. Once again, judgment from my perspective is this competitive matchup may have encouraged him to hand the ball, but again, mechanic-wise, delineates the difference between handing the ball, obviously, as we said, on the inline, the sideline, Let's do what the mechanics tell us to do and just be right. All right, good people, that concludes this episode. I hope this helps you really understand why the importance of us reading the book and then putting it into work on the court. So, again, let's get it right. Ball moving from the backcourt to the front court, we can bounce the ball. Sidelines, bounce the ball. Front court, inline, we're going to hand the ball. And if there's pressure in the backcourt and we are taking out the ball, we have the opportunity to hand the ball. Okay, so understanding all those things in watching these clips and understanding that if we just do it right, nobody can say anything. So thanks for stopping by. Appreciate all the comments and messages I get through the week and the suggestions. I really appreciate it. The season's right around the corner. Let's go out there and give it our best, but most importantly, do the right things. Go by the book, and you will realize how easy it is. All right, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one.